Hey everybody, Adam and Abby.
Hello.
And today we come out to visit Gator Alley Ranch.
Correct.
Right? Gator Alley Ranch, and this is in Summerdale, Alabama. And it's a huge gator farm out here where there's lots of gators, and they've got some big gators over here that they feed, and they've got some little alligators over here behind us. They got lots and lots of alligators. So it's a cool little place here locally to us that we've never been to before. So we're gonna come and check it out and see some alligators. You ready?
I'm so ready.
So right behind us we have a pool full of them, and I believe these are the 4-year-olds.
Correct.
4-year-old alligators.
A lot in there.
So we got here right at 11 o'clock, which is when they do their first feeding. So we're trying to get down here to see some of the feeding before we miss it.
Now once they jump up in size to around 10 feet or so, which my man Shorty here is right at 10 feet. But at 10 feet, that bite force makes a tremendous leap to around 1,800 to 2,000 pounds, which, by the way, would not feel very good. Now one good thing about it though is if one of these big guys did happen to get a hold of you, he can only hold that pressure on you for about 20 minutes. So, if y'all got, 45 minutes to kill, things should be fine, right? Now, from an external standpoint, male and female alligators actually look the same. So I can't really look at one and say, yeah, that one kind of looks like a boy and that one kind of looks like a girl, because they're identical on the outside. So there are basically a couple ways that you guys can tell whether this alligator is actually going to be a boy or a girl. The first way is you toss your wallet over the fence. Ladies always beat them to it. The second way is you can physically catch that alligator, kind of reach in, check out the running gear if you know what I mean. And the last way is, ladies, you only get upwards of about 10 feet or so. You will never make it over 11. Fellas, you get up into about the 13-foot range, maxing at around 14. So if it's over 11 feet out here, I can pretty well guarantee it's going to be a male. If you're a female out here in the swamp, more than likely you have constructed a nest. Once you have constructed that nest, you will not venture very far from it. At one time, if they wanted to, some of these bigger fellas out here can actually eat about 1/5 of their body weight. So right now, I guess we can take maybe Boots there. He's slightly larger than Shorty, I believe. All right, let's go ahead and break something a little bit bigger out. See if we can get them to smash something. Which one of those kids we're getting rid of? Throw them over, let's see it. All right, one more time, Shorty. Open up, open up. See what he's gonna do with that. Ouch. Makes y'all want to go swimming, doesn't it? So what Shorty's gonna do, physically these guys can't chew. So everything they eat, they basically will crush and swallow in its entirety. So that leg right there is pretty well gonna go down just like you see it. It's kind of like folding clothes up before you put them in a suitcase. Down the hatch it will go. He actually produces enough hydrochloric acid in that stomach, he can break that stuff down in a relatively short period of time. We're talking 5 to 7 days, given proper temperature. Feeding though, I didn't have to run for my life. Works out good for me. But not as exciting for you guys, I'm sure. Well, what we're actually going to do is, hanging out over here to my left, I see Miss Anna's over there underneath the shade tree. She's got an alligator out. If you guys have not had the opportunity yet to hold an alligator, I highly recommend you do so.
What do you think of that?
So great.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, they're huge.
They're a lot bigger than what I thought they were going to be, because for me, this is the first time I've seen these big alligators up close and personal.
Okay. Got it? Okay.
There's some more over here. These must be the 2-year-olds. Look how they're swimming down here.
Okay.
Oh, looks like he's getting a little rowdy.
He's just moving. He'll calm down eventually. You just hold underneath his belly. You can hold like that.
Like that.
If you hold underneath his tail, if he starts to move, you have more control.
And what's his name?
His name is Bulldog.
Bulldog.
Yeah.
You're the first gator I've ever held before. They have a, they're, I don't know, the texture is a little bit different. It's a smooth feel.
It's very smooth.
To their skin. It's actually smoother than I thought. So how old is this one?
This one just turned 3 in September 6th.
3 years old?
Yes.
And you still just a little guy.
Oh, he's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Very cool. Well, we're enjoying our time out here checking out the alligators.
Where are y'all from?
I'm from Pensacola, and then Abby is from Daphne.
Oh, okay. So y'all are from
We're local. Oh.
Okay. Now instead of holding him still, you can just move with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it calms him down.
Oh okay. All right, we're gonna get one with her.
Wait till they're done their turn.
Can you hold this too?
Okay.
Here you go, ma'am.
We'll take your
I
picture.
almost fell down.
No, you're the oldest. That we'll do age order starting from the youngest.
What do you think?
It's awesome.
Pretty cool,
It
huh?
does feel different than I was thinking.
They're very different feeling.
Amazing. So much muscle.
Yes, especially when they start moving. It's shocking how strong they really are.
Little baby.
Sweet thing.
You want me to try to get a picture real quick?
Yeah.
Now, if you notice, they only have 3 nails on their hands and their feet, and they're just born that way. Now, if they break one of the 3, it grows back, but
But they only have a 3.
they only have 3.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I didn't.
Very cool.
I totally booed you.
It's okay. It'll be all right.
All right, Kaden, you ready? No,
You like that?
going
Yes.
first.
Now, do you want to go pick up Captain Crunch?
No.
Why not?
No, but I want to see him, but I don't want to touch him.
Okay. 5 to 6 years old.
Okay, should I go ahead? You look hungry.
Yeah. There's a gigantic banana spider right next to me there. We're having a great time so far. This is an awesome place to come and see some alligators, man. There's a lot of alligators out here. So it's a great place for families. It's really safe. You know, they got the fences and they got everything to keep the gators secure where they're at. But yeah, we're having a great time, and we're walking down towards a nature trail, and I believe there's supposed to be some even bigger gators back here. So
Hey.
we're looking forward to it. I think they have one that they call it Captain Crunch. He must be the big boy of the grandfather of the swamp here. So let's go down here and check it out. This is where we're headed. Free boat rides. No return guarantee. How nice is that? I got a little shed there with the AC going to cool off in. And they're in the swamp.
Yay.
Here's the spiders that we see everywhere out here. Golden silk orb. They are harmless. We've always called them banana spiders, unless there's another one that looks just like that called a banana spider. I don't know what he's doing, but he's starting to scare me. He's right underneath me. Oh yeah. Both of these guys are huge. They've been well fed. That's another big
Is
boy.
Huge. Amazing.
Can y'all see all those spiders? All in the middle of those trees there. Oh, they got it closed off.
Yeah.
San Jose Island.
Yeah,
Oh, it did. It caught a bug.
Yeah.
Right there is a spider. It looks like maybe a ladybug.
I love ladybugs. He's weaving.
You should
really
zoom in
cool.
on that with your phone and try to get a video of that. Of the big gator over there by the tree.
Yeah.
Crunch is only the third biggest, and then the Colonel back here is actually the biggest at about 1310. He's probably 900 to 1,000 pounds.
Okay.
Get hurt on the top of his head?
Possibly.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a little spot.
Yep, looks like he's been out here fighting with somebody.
Yeah.
It's not dead though, so that's a good thing anyway. Yes, I mean they're out here fighting over girls, food, and real estate. Probably in that order. We're really past the fighting season. So this is a guy named Alfred right here. Alfred's one of the 13-foot guys here at the farm. It's about 30 of them over 12 feet. So there's big guys running around everywhere. Everybody's got their own territory.
Oh, okay.
They pretty well run the show in that respective area.
Maybe that's why that other one was, we seen one over there sort of like take off, and I guess he was trying to scare off one of the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, at this point in the year, though, we're pretty well done with everything. Now, granted, the territory is still going to be an issue just because the big guys got to defend it if they want to, you know, pick up ladies later in the year.
Yeah.
But at this point in the year, everything's done. We're about to slow down as far as feeding habits go. The colder we get, the less and less they're going to eat. And then breeding season was back in April and May, so that's definitely over with. So now it's really just some territorial issues, which is probably that commotion y'all are hearing over there.
We keep hearing that quite a bit, some of the splashing going on.
Yeah.
Sounds like one of them's jumping off and cannonballing.
Also, we're in nesting season, so our nests are just now starting to crack, or the eggs are popping. So you're probably having some females that are hanging around that are defending that area around her nest, keeping other females out of there, maybe other males out of there. So this is the Colonel. The Colonel's about 1310, probably 900 to 1,000 pounds, early to mid 40s. They live about 50 years in the wild.
Dang, he's 40 years old?
Roughly. So when they die is actually how we age them. In their femur bone right here, they produce a growth lag or a growth ring, similar to what you see in a tree.
Wow.
So once he dies, we can take that femur bone, cross-section it, stain it, magnify it, count those rings, get us an accurate age on him.
Okay.
I'm just guessing based off size, physical characteristics.
Yeah. Now that's a farm out there outside the swamp?
Yeah, so the boss and his family own about 160 acres right here, which we lease out to farmers.
Okay.
So they've got peanuts out there they're about to turn over. So that's all their property, swamp in the middle of that 160 acres. Couldn't do anything with it as far as farming goes, so he decided to turn it into an alligator park.
Very cool.
So here we are about 14 years later. You guys want to kind of see what a nest looks like.
Okay.
So if you keep in mind, we've come out here, we've harvested eggs. That's what you guys are seeing down the path. This big mound was a nest from this year. So mom's gonna come out here when she's ready to deposit those eggs. Eggs go down in the middle of that thing. She'll cover it over. Decomposition of that material is what's actually incubating those eggs. So one of these is more than likely mom hanging around the nest, waiting for babies to pop out.
So the eggs are inside that mound there?
No, at this point they're not. We're required by law to actually go and harvest eggs.
Oh, okay.
So you can imagine all the babies hatching out would go right through the perimeter fence. Neighbors wouldn't be too happy. Also, Fish and Game likes to know how many alligators we have on property.
Yeah.
Every year when we renew our license, they want to know exactly how many are here.
What's the estimated amount of?
We're getting close to 600 on property.
Okay.
We got a little over 200 adults out here in the main swamp, and the rest are offspring that we've hatched out over the years. Here in the next 2 months, we're going to transition from all of them being in the water to all of them being on the bank, and you'll be able to see the vast majority of them. Whereas now you can kind of see them, and they're hiding a little bit. But
So different times of the year offer different things. Like I say, feeding time, summertime is the main deal. But yeah, once we get into the cooler months, they're just all laying around. You can see the vast majority of them.
Okay.
And they're not doing much.
I'm sorry I threw out all my food.
There's another big gator there. I don't know how well the perspective comes out with these alligators on this GoPro. Here's a selfie shot with them. That's another one of those big ones that the tour guide was just talking about. I think this one's waiting for some food. Well, we've seen all of the swamp, seen a lot of gators. We're going to go ahead and work our way back out of here and head to our next destination today. Alrighty guys, well this is it for our tour of the Gator Alley Ranch, right?
Yes.
Gator Alley Ranch in Summerdale. And I'm very impressed with how nice this place is out here. The owner has really sunk a lot of money into this property just to make it very pretty and very enjoyable and very professional. What do you think? Would you agree with that?
Yes, it was so beautiful. Everything is really laid out really well. Great for families, great for kids. You get to see a lot of alligators.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of alligators out here, and they have them separated really well to show the different ages and things.
And I got to hold one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you come out, you get to hold one too.
Yeah.
And you get to go look for Captain Crunch out there in the swamp. So if you're down here on vacation in the Gulf Shores, this is in Summerdale, which is just north of Gulf Shores, a few miles just north of Foley, Alabama. So come and check it out for yourself and see some of Florida's and Alabama's alligators.